Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and we have more on coin grading. That's right, more on coin grading. That's good. So we're going to talk a little bit more about coin grading today, and basically just wanted to respond to a couple of comments from videos on coin grading. Some of it pertaining to recent conversations about things that can be done within the coin grading community to help people. I think make the coin grading more balanced, more fair, more equitable. But I'm intrigued by a couple of comments, so I thought I'd read them to you. Or actually, this one I'm going to paraphrase because Matthew Rosenthal talks about having a scientific approach and having large sets of data. And the problem is many of the grading experiments are done on a small scale. So, for example, he's referring to maybe you can watch some of my videos and you can ascertain a few things about coin grading, but it's not really the big picture, right? A collector might send one or two coins in at a time or crack out a few slabs and send them from PCGS to NGC. If we want to draw generalizable conclusions about these companies, there needs to be a larger scale efforts where hundreds, if not thousands, of the same coins are submitted to multiple grading companies and the grades compared. When the sample sizes are small, you can't use the statistical tools and therefore can't make generalizable, is that a real word? Conclusions about the companies. I have a small vocabulary. So there's actually a lot of data out there. So it's true if you're just looking at one or two sets of small grading examples, you're not really going to find out much about how coins are graded. But one of the reasons why NGC and PCGS are looked at slightly differently on certain coins and in coin grading is because you can actually do this. You can actually take data sets, and I've seen some of them that people have done before. Both NGC and PCGS have their population reports available to the public, which was not always the case. It used to be dealers only who could view that, and it was kind of like a behind the veil, behind the curtain kind of thing. So today, well, here's an example. So when the Wisconsin quarter came out, the variety coin, and you sent thousands and thousands of them to PCGS and thousands of them to NGC, very consistently, you could graph out that NGC coins were graded one grade higher than PCGS. Now, here's one of the things that's interesting about that. That is a rarely found phenomenon within the coin community because it is almost date stamped. So you can still get Wisconsin quarters and you can still submit them, but the majority of them were submitted within like a 6-month window, maybe a 12-month window. So as you look at that, you can actually see a grading difference between the two companies. You can also look at their overall population reports on, say, any coin that has a lot of grades. 1881S Morgan dollars is an example, and those you can chart. And so what some of the older coin books on Morgan dollars have done is they talk about the sizable amount of coins in certain grades, and that's how you get grade rarities. So there's some of this is very available. It's just has it been put into one consolidated study? I haven't seen that done. I'd love to know if PCGS is more likely to grade questionable color 101-cent Indian heads compared to NGC. I'm coming to the conclusion that that's just a very true thing. Have any such large-scale grading experiments ever been done? It appears that the answer is no. It sure would be awesome if there were large data sets on grades, so you can compare different companies. So, like I was saying, there is some of that available out there, depending on if you want to be able to use the data that PCGS and NGC already have. Now you can draw other inferences from that, but you could also say this isn't really good enough. We have more things that we want to get after. Champstar 9669. I thought this one was pretty interesting. Exactly what the community truly needs. A peer review grading company can do some sort of weighted adjusted median type grade, but also have a QR code on the slab that lets you see all the grading opinions on a graph, and then see what each expert grader gets, what the rating is based on how accurate they are on an average median grade. I got a lot of statisticians apparently who watch the program here. So if you called a VF30 and MS70 10 times in a row, then your opinion won't count for much. Could be implemented in a heartbeat. The opinion of the community as a whole has a strong likelihood of being accurate, fair, true, likely superior to any AI grading thing, which is a long way away from even being half valid. And the operating costs and corresponding retail fees would be minimal, since the universe has no shortage on opinions. Yeah, welcome to the world of opinions, right? The internet. So what I found interesting about this was the concept of having using a QR code. I know that PCGS is starting to do this with their NFC chips, where you can scan it and then you can read back and say, it'll take you to a website and it'll show you the information on the coin. I kind of like this peer review concept, though, where if you just took the coin itself, if you had a data set where it would say basically people put in their opinion on the coin, it would be intriguing to see if that would skew things or not, or what that would do for the grading community. I don't know exactly how it would work, because, once again, if you leave it open to absolutely everybody to do, then you're going to have a lot of people who don't know how to grade coins, looking at the coin and then trying to ascertain whether they like the grade or not. And generally, once someone owns a coin, they always like the grade, right? That seems to be kind of the thing that makes coin collecting interesting, is that when you own something, you like it a lot more than when you don't own it. So anyway, let me know what you think about putting together some data sample sets using PCGS and NGC are already available population reports, and this whole peer review idea of, is there a better way to do peer review other than just having CAC? Is there an open source method that you'd want to use? Is there something that you could use? Maybe it would be a small ring of trusted advisors. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Leave your comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.